Kia ora everyone, no mai haramai, hello and welcome to the mighty Manawatu, the Fly Palmy Arena, the home, of course, of the property brokers Manawatu Jets. Great to have you with us. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way first, NZNBL a little later this evening. It is the Jets up against the Airs, nearby neighbours. They always like going head to head. Hope you're all well. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me is Natu Tofale, who knows this place pretty well. Natu, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, a local, well, it's a central derby. There's no love lost between the Taranaki region and the Palmerston North region, so looking forward to this one.
Should be a good one. Let's get stuck into it with the Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way first of all. Let's have a look at the ladder, the way it sits at the moment. This is the last game of week 5. It has been a very busy week as always. I think this is the 8th game. This is the way it sits at the moment. Nuggets moved to the top after their win yesterday. I think they won their last 6, so they're in some form. The Giants, their first loss of the season last night against the Fi. As we have a look at the bottom half of the table, the Hawks, of course, defeated the Tuatara earlier on today. And you can see the Jets sitting down there with 1 win from their 7 games. The starters for the visitors in their white with that fantastic gold and black design across the front. Telfa, Tuta, Tohaka, Hoyata and Bailey. That's the way they will line up. Just going with the 6 players. Jack Exeter, a shoulder injury at training yesterday. You can see him sitting middle of the bench there. He'll go in for scans tomorrow. In the camo, the Jets love this uniform. With thanks to New Balance, they will start with Thada Paese, the leading scorer in Sky Broadband Rapid League history. He is number 1. He is the best scorer in the competition over 2024 and so far this season. And you can see the remainder of the starters there. Quick look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this one. That's the current form. The Airs have lost their last 3, by the way. I'm going to talk about those 4 Jets losses in just a moment. Points per game. Thada PSA and Bailey, the 2 players to watch here. And the Jets do get up some shots quite quickly. They are one of the quickest in the competition. Those Jets losses, our Barter card officials, excuse me, Callum Welsh, Sasha Nicholson and Elijah Mareko. Those 4 losses from their last 5 games, Natu. 1 point, 3 points, 1 point, 1 point. Those 4 losses from their last 5, in totality, 6 points. They put on a show, don't they?
Yeah, and they could have been, if you think about it, they win those games, they could have been in the top 4.
Oh, they're right up there.
Yeah,
they are absolutely right up there. So, just about set to go. Sky Broadband Rapid League, Sal's NBL a little later today. In the camo, the Jets. In what looks like the B-stripe team from the mighty Taranaki with that yellow and black design. And they do get the opening possession of this one. Quentin Bailey, their top scorer in this competition. 2 on the board. He gets us underway.
Yeah, just too easy when you just didn't allow him to get to that rim with the right hand.
Here's Thada Paese. Keep an eye on him. He can score very, very quickly. Pushes this one inside for Wynyard. Back out to his point guard. Dumps it back inside to Toko Wynyard. Draws some contact. He'll have to head to the Chemist Warehouse to get the opening points on the board for the Jets this evening.
Yeah, I was expecting Thada Paese to put that one up. You know,
had a couple of looks, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been in a good rhythm. And, you know, yeah, I would have loved to see him shoot that one. However, you know, they've got a good outcome with Wynyard going to the line.
Averages 15 points a game in the Rapid League. Tyson Thada Paese, of course, played for the Saints last season, moved across to the Jets. Already scored over 100 points so far in Rapid League this season. He is the all-time top scorer. Who do you think sits at number 2?
I wouldn't know, Justin.
Tatui Lewis from the Fi, the number 2 all-time scorer. Saw him in action last night for the Fi. A couple of big wins for the Fi against the Giants.
Love the Jets' pressure. The guards, great pressure from the guards.
Telfa loves a 3. A little bit of contact there. Maybe just down the leg in the end. There wasn't a lot in. In fact, there's a hands foul called. So, Barter card officials a lot closer to the action than what we are. Let's have a look at it again. Here we go. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. We'll get a good shot of it here, Natu. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Yep. Thada Paese reaching in across that arm. Telfa hits the first. Another player who can light it up, Scotty Telfer. Loves a three. Was with the Sharks last season, of course. Prior to that, with the Airs, there's the coaching staff for the Jets. Tim McTamney coaches this Rapid League team. Tony Webster, of course, the Sal's NBL team, as Telfer converts all three. And this is a good start for the Airs.
Absolutely.
Tarapaese, there we go. He releases and he nails it. That's exactly what you called for before.
Great play. Come off the on-boy and then just shoots his three. He's in rhythm, great rhythm.
Brings that margin back to one. Tuta, the youngster, goes at it again. Inside, underneath off the glass. And there's two for Hoyata.
Yeah, great dive by Hoyata.
Paese, step back three. Two from downtown for Tyson Tarapaese.
He's hot. He's on fire.
Well, you know what's going to happen next time they go down the floor? And this crowd will get right into it off the glass. Bailey, here we go. Here he is. Tarapaese just telling his teammates to clear out. Let me at him. He's just hit two. Gives it up to Lambert. Manawatu wants to get in on the action. That one away to the right. And if there's one thing you know only too well from your last 3 seasons here at Fly Palmy Arena, this crowd is going to continue to build up over the next hour or so. For the Sal's NBL, they have come in early. The fans love their basketball here, Natu.
They've got great fans here. That's the one thing about the Jets and their home team fans. They're just great. They're loud. And they'll get into it early.
Manawatu off hands on the run. Tarapaese searching. Manawatu now through traffic. Big hand over the top. Fantastic block from Lyric Tohaka.
Great block.
Have a look at this. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Watch Tohaka over the back there. Just slaps that one away. And gets benched for his trouble. Both teams running with 6 players, by the way. Tarapaese, catch and shoot. He is bang on target, Natu.
Yeah, he's on fire. You know, you can't allow him to catch the ball with that much space.
He's got 8 of the Jets' 9. Manawatu.
Just hands.
All over Tuta. Called for the foul there.
Bit too handsy.
So the Airs here, here's the replay, just reaching in. You'll see it right there. The Airs going with 6 players. Jack Exeter, a late withdrawal with that shoulder injury. We hope he's okay. In for scans tomorrow. He is on the bench for the Airs watching on. And the Jets have left Eric Williams Jr. out of their starting 5. And of course, in the Rapid League, bad turnover there for the Airs. In the Rapid League, it's the 7 or up to 7 players coming off the bench in the Sal's NBL who play this 4x4 minute game. But imports aren't allowed to play. So because the Jets are bringing Eric Williams Jr. off the bench tonight, and he's an American, he's an import, he can't play in this game. So the Jets only have 6 players as well.
Yeah.
Of course, not the first time we've seen that. It does happen there. He is sitting down the bench at the moment. I think famously, the Rams last season in their championship season, Judd Flavel quite often brought imports off the bench, didn't he?
He did.
Inside, Manawatu.
The shuffle cut action off the outer bounds.
And the Jets scoring quickly now. Out by 4. They do average 32 shots a game, so we know that they'll go quickly. Unlucky the hand in there from Napier Crowley. Here's the replay. Talk us through it.
It's just hands by Napier Crowley. Look, if he just didn't put his hands in the cookie jar, he would have been all right. I think if he just walled up, they would have had that position. But it just showed you also the pressure that the Airs guards are under. They're struggling to get the ball up the floor. And then when they do, they're just struggling to get into their actions. So it's good pressure by the Jets guards.
Kuyata. This is both. So inside the last minute of this first quarter, been a great start from the team in camo. Bonanzo cutting a path through. Unable to finish. Underneath on the putback, Dion Collins. And this Jets team, they are fired right up. They came in 1 win, 6 losses. But as we mentioned in the pre-game, 4 of those 6 losses have been by 1, 3, 1 and 1. So they aren't too far away. They are competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. Great work by Collins, though, on the O boards.
Comes up short from the Chemist Warehouse. And there's a lane violation there against the Jets. Of course, this team, or this backup unit for the Jets, has changed dramatically since last season. Lockie Crate went to the Giants. Liam Judd was mostly a starter for the Jets last season. He's also with the Giants. Of course, Campbell Scott is with the Hawks, another youngster from this region. Bonanzo for 3. Underneath, Wynyard on the putback. Nice.
Great O boards there, great speed and pushing the ball down the floor, looking for an early advantage, and great crashing the boards from Wynyard.
Speaking of early advantages, that's 15 on the board now in this opening quarter. Toyota can't score. They may get one last look here.
Yeah, here we go.
Thada Paesi knows it as well. Pushes in hard, and he's called for the travel right on the buzzer. So that'll do us. 1 down. Although there may be some time left here, will there? I think there will, yeah. There's going to be on the call. Don't know that there's going to be too much time, but they're going to come back out. And there may be a second on the clock here or less. Question is, Natu, do the Taranaki Airs roll the dice here and call their BNZ player timeout, advance the ball, and at least get a shot up? We're going to find out. 0.5. So most teams prefer to wait till deep in the second quarters and fourth quarters. But what do you do here? It's worth a gamble, isn't it?
0.5 is not enough.
But you're down by 8.
0.5 is not enough for me.
You don't think take it and...
No, that's just a touch. You can barely shoot the ball at a 0.5.
Yep, not even going to worry about it. You're right. So there we go. 1 quarter down, 15-7. Great start by the Jets tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Great start. And it starts from their guards. Their guards are just doing it both ends of the floor, getting the offense into the rhythm, pushing the ball, getting those early advantage shots. And then their bigs are just crashing the boards. Collins and Wynyard are getting to the glass and picking up all those rebounds. So they're a lot bigger than the Taranaki Airs, so they should dominate the offensive boards and also the defensive boards. Well, but I like the rhythm of the Jets transition. They're playing really well there. Well,
you nailed it in your assessment. Tyson Thada Paese, 8 points in the game to start this one. That rebound count, though, 8-2 in favour of the Jets. So they are dominating the glass over the opening 4 minutes of tonight's Sky Broadband Rapid League game. All of the stats, of course, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the Rapid League and the Salons NBL. Earlier today in the Salons NBL, the Tuatara took down the Hawks 106-97. Will Davo Hickey, his 3rd triple-double in 4 games. And that 4th game, he only played 20 minutes against the Panthers and put on 21 points. So he's in a bit of form right now, isn't he?
He's an elite talent.
Incredible.
Elite talent.
So second quarter set to go here. Terrific start by the home team. And they get the opening possession. They're out by 8, 15-7.
They're in a triangle 2, triangle and 2. So the Airs have come out in the triangle 2 on defense.
Thada Paese. Round he goes, pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse. Look at Lambert get after it. They go again. 9th rebound. Turning the corner in hard. Nepia Crowley underneath. Lambert unable to finish. Wynyard with the height. Mark that down for rebound number 10. Bonanzo quickly on the drive. Sends it inside. Underneath, unable to finish. It's going to be called away on a travel for Hakaya Lambert.
There we're just seeing an example of the Ears not boxing out. They're just struggling on the defensive boards. 3 offensive rebounds, and that's it. Just struggling with that.
That was the Wynyard basket to open this second quarter, or the miss, I should say. Matabananzo with the still hands everywhere. Tenacity, guts and determination. Tinashe Matabananzo, the 32-year-old, all the way to the hoop. Big fella underneath Wynyard. Easy putback.
He's tough in transition. He's finding seams and getting to the rim.
Chance. Oh, no, foul in the end. Napier Crowley unable to finish. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Bailey out to the corner. Just the harm in the back there. That'll put Tahaka to the line. Able to put that one away. Andrew Green, coach of the Airs. The Airs, 2 wins, 4 losses this season. Second one in and out. And the Jets come again with speed. They're up tempo, aren't they?
Yep, absolutely.
Corner 3. Napier Crowley doesn't go down. We need another rebound. He is dominating inside. Tadapayese just finds a way through, draws the foul. Wynyard's up to 6 rebounds now. 4 of those are offensive.
Tinashe setting the pace. He's just putting the ball on the floor, pushing the ball, looking for those numerical advantages where they can get a shot, and then they're just crashing the boards. And the Airs are just struggling and keeping people off the boards.
Massive game coming up in the Sal's NBL tonight. Jets, 3 wins, 4 losses. They've lost their last 2. The Airs are 4 wins, 2 losses. Importantly, look at that.
That's just too
all
easy.
by himself. Matabananzo, great feed from Napier Crowley. When the Jets and the Airs met earlier this season in the Sal's NBL in Taranaki, the Jets got home. A miss for Telfa. Matabananzo just bodied out of it.
You're surprised with the Airs. You know, the Jets have been running that sideline shuffle, staggers cut the whole season. You know,
and they've already got 2 baskets out of it today.
Yeah, they've got 2 baskets. I'm expecting, you know, to be a scout on that, you know, how they can negate that. So it's just, that was just too easy that last time down the floor.
Airs struggling to score. Struggling to get rebounds as well. There's the star right now, Tadapayese. Matabananzo's been busy.
Going for the on ball.
Wynyard slips away, takes it, loses it. Telfa up with it, has a runner in Bailey. Eventually gives it to him. What about the big block coming through from Napier Crowley, was it? Out of nowhere. How about that? Look at this from the young man. Whack.
Great challenge.
What a moment for young Josh Napier Crowley. After all of that, there was a foul on a Telfa putback. He steps up to the Chemist Warehouse. That's the first point of the second quarter for the Airs. Taken 2.5 minutes. Second one is good as well. And Tuta will come back in for the Airs.
He's back into man-to-man.
Been good, hasn't he? Matabananzo hands it off. Tadapayese, the 2 guards just working overtime for the Jets.
Good high hands from Tuta there.
Matabananzo goes again to Wynyard, dribbles into trouble, doesn't matter, sends it out to Napier Crowley. Can't finish that.
It's a good look.
Telfa bodying his way through. Another rebound for Wynyard. Tadapayese with the space. Usually a very good look for him. Tuta pulls up for the 3. Underneath, Oyata all by himself.
I thought it was good. He just followed the ball, got to the basket, get her off.
Bonanzo, just too quick.
Just waved the cape in the air, that one.
He is leaving the air, standing in concrete right now. Jets out by 10. And again, Nepia Crowley, that's block number 2.
Yeah, the Jets defense is really active today. That's the word to use. They're all active. They're challenging shots.
Well, that's just confidence. That's what that is. They're building at both ends. And we've got an offensive foul here. This will be against Jordi Huerta. So the Jets get it back with 15 to play. Both teams have their BNZ player timeout, of course. Wynyard, 5 points, 7 rebounds. The only shining light for the Airs is Thada Paese, the man with the ball right now, hasn't scored this quarter. Could change it right now, doesn't. And the Airs missed the opportunity to use their BNZ player timeout. So half-time in the Sky Broadband Rapid League here at Fly Palmy Arena tonight. And the Jets lead by 10. Impressive so far. They won the first quarter 15-7. And they won a low-scoring second quarter 6-4. Let's run through the Chemist Warehouse stats to half-time. And I've got a feeling we're going to see a lot of Thada Paese and Wynyard as we bring them up for you now.
Points, Thada Paese's got 8 shots. Scott Telfer's got 5 for the Airs. Out of 4 and
Bonanzo doing well as well.
Yeah. Yep. Rebounds, Wynyard's got 7, Lambert with 4, and Huerta with 4 for the Airs. Assists.
There's your man, Bonanzo.
Bonanzo with 2, Crowley with 2, and for the Airs, Tuta with 2. And 2 blocks each, Crowley and Tuhaka.
And there's the steals, 3 in the game so far. All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Benny the Bear entertaining the crowd as they shuffle in here tonight for some more Jets action. Their second home game of the season, and it's a big one. They need a win. Last time out here, last Sunday, they lost to the Saints in a thriller by 1 before heading down to Christchurch. And although competitive, just not near the reigning 2-time champs, the Canterbury Rams. Large Brooklyn pizza, that's this week's special with thanks to Sal's. There's all the details you need. That is available until next Tuesday.
I need one of those now.
They always come out with the looks, don't they, here at Fly Palmy Arena. Have a look at that. Rodio's second half ready to go. They just don't disappoint, Natu.
No, they don't. They've got the greatest fans.
There's the FIBA starter, by the way, $50 a month for the first 12 months. skybroadband.co.nz, the best way to watch the Sky Broadband Rapid League and Salsa NBL. Great start for the Airs. Riley Tuta from downtown.
Great set. Great handoff from Bailey to Tuta. He nails that 3. Great shot.
Now they've got to get a stop.
Confidence going.
Nepia Crowley been great defensively, can't hit that. Bonanzo keeps it in but throws it straight into the waiting hands of Tuta. Telfer on the trail, on the pull-up, that one well off to the left.
Yeah, well off. He'll be disappointed with that, Scotty.
Bonanzo to the corner for Lambert. Look at this, up and back to start this third quarter. And somehow Tuta's just snuck that through Lambert.
Got a 5-point game now.
He's hit the last 5. This opening minute, fun to watch. As always, Rapid League gives us something inside. That was to the feet of Wynyard. Somehow dumped it off to Lambert. Great patience and step through underneath.
You know, great 2-man game there. Good cut from Lambert. Good pass from Wynyard.
First basket of the quarter for the Jets. There's Bailey. Averages 9 points a game in the Rapid League. Telfer, another look from downtown. This time he hits the 3. And we're back to 4.
Then he come back here.
Matabananzo knocked out of his hand. The air's feeling it at the moment. They've got momentum. Tuta is fouled. That'll count. That'll go down. He'd pick the ball up, I'm sure of it. Barter card officials will have a quick chat, but I reckon you'll find this is going to count. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's that three-pointer from Scotty Telfer, and I can tell you, as you rejoin us live, that basket has counted. So Riley Tuta is off to the Chemist Warehouse for the bonus. How about the start to this third quarter from this young man?
He's been aggressive. He's been really aggressive in getting his shots up, looking for seams, taking his shots.
Adds another one. So the Ayers and Riley Tuta have responded in a big way, and they've dragged that 10-point margin back to 1. Let's see what the Jets can do here. Can they respond? You bet they can. Neppia Crowley from the corner. Just what the Jets needed. Telfer fakes the handoff. Can't put the short corner two away. Matabananzo wants to run straight away. Tarapaese to settle. Wynyard. Coaching staff yelling out, go to work, big fella.
Good.
Through hands, Matabananzo for 3, back of the iron.
They didn't get the score, but that was great offense, great inside-out action and moving the ball. Unfortunately, Tinashe couldn't make the shot.
Tudor again, and that is block number 3 for Neppia Crowley. Mark that down. Matabananzo sends it out, Tarapaese. Lambert spinning. Into traffic, out of traffic. Point guard's free. He's fouled. Tyson Tarapaese. And he will do some extended shopping at the Chemist Warehouse. 3 shots coming up for him.
It's a better set from the Jets in this quarter. A lot of ball movement. It's getting through hands, and they got a good shot from Tarapaese, and he gets fouled. So he'll shoot 3 from the Chemist Warehouse.
Tarapaese averaging 15 a game in Rapid League. We know that the 2-guard front for the Manawatu Jets, there's Tony Webster and Tim McTamney watching on. That 2-guard front featuring Corey Webster and Dante Russo-Nance is very, very good. But they're playing big minutes. They're playing extremely big minutes. I think Corey Webster's up in the top 3 in the league for minutes played per game. You look at this young man, Tyson Tarapaese, and what he's doing at Rapid League level. Hopefully that can transform into more minutes in backing those 2 guards up in the Cells NBL.
Yeah, I think so. He's a kid who can get an extra 10 minutes, 12 minutes a game where he can rest, give Corey and give
him a chop out for 5 each.
Yeah, absolutely.
Margin out to 7. Jets have responded. Ayers got it back to 1. Inside the last minute of this third quarter. This has been fun. Tarapaese, here he is again. Collins sets the screen. One way, then the other. Matabananzo. Oh, Telfer just snuck in, didn't he? And he could finish it at the other end. Scotty Telfer right there. Did all the hard work defensively. And now Matabananzo can make the Ayers
that's
pay.
A 5-point turnaround.
Bang!
Oh, you hate that.
Andrew Green up on the sidelines, the Ayers coach. Tarapaese heads up. Quarterback pass. Found his fellow guard. And it's back out to 10. Just looking at Andrew Green, the Ayers coach on the sideline, scratching his head. There's not too much upstairs. He's just where there he is. And they've turned it over. The last minute and a half for the Ayers has just gone to custard after they started this third quarter so well. Tarapaese knows the time. It's only about the shot clock now. He's got 3 as he draws a foul.
Good recognition. That was pretty crafty. He recognised that that Scotty got through there, and then put the wheels on, got to the rim, got a foul, goes to the line.
He's up to 11 now. Manawatu has 9 himself, along with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Gee, I love the kicks of Tyson Thada-PS. We might get another look at them in a sec. Between shots, first one goes down. Have a look at these for a set of kicks. Talk about getting in the green theme. There you go. Yeah. Second one is good. He's up to 13. Late chance, 2 seconds on the clock. Not sure he'll get this up in time. He does, Tudor, but it won't count. So that'll do us. 3/4 down in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And the margin is out to a game-high 12, which, when you think about it, the Airs, great start to the 3rd quarter. How about those seats? Best in the house here tonight at Palmy Arena. The Airs came hard, didn't they, the opening 2 minutes there? Natu got it back to 1, but gee, the Jets finished strong.
Yeah, again, the guards, the Jets guards are making things happen for them. Yeah, Airs came out really well in their 3rd quarter. They got it to about 4, I think. And then just turnovers and casual play. I think the sloppy play allowed the Jets to get back up to 10.
Might put some pressure on our Sky Sport team here, but if we get a scan around, oh, there's Penny the Bear. Just some of the stuff that the fans wear here at Fly Palmy Arena. Casey, Frank and I often joke that there must be a store in town that just sells out of green stuff. Well, they haven't got the green on, but they've got a laid-back approach to tonight's games. Sells at NBL. There we go. There's our favourites. They never let us down, the Jets fans. And this couple in particular, they get more screen time than anyone else. Rightio, last quarter, here we go. Jets. First look at it. Bonanzo's been creative, keeps the dribbler alive here, sends it to the corner. Lambert, big steps to the hoop, off the glass.
Great shot from the hit, Kyle Lambert.
His father, of course, a former Sal's NBL player. Bailey made that look too easy, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things, you know, he can shoot that 3, and when you're going to play inside the key, so if he's going to play inside the key, take your shot. Take what the defense gives you.
Now Bonanzo turns that over. Probably outthought himself then. Oh, look out, Quentin Bailey got Wynyard off the floor. Not sure what he was doing there. Maybe looking for Hoyata. Thada-PS comes up with it though. Now Bonanzo.
High on ball.
Napier Crowley. Good look. Airs have got to go here, don't they? Need to score quickly. Tuta had a great start to that 3rd quarter. Look at Bonanzo. Just picked it apart, got the speed down the floor as well. You love to see that as a teammate, don't you, Natu?
Yeah, absolutely. He's just putting the pace, he's just putting the pedal to the metal.
Ooh. And that one, on that occasion, he ran straight in to Quentin Bailey. He was just lurching and waiting for that Quentin Bailey. He knew it was coming. Watch this. Quentin Bailey said, yep, okay, that's going no further.
Enough of that.
Thada-PS, just way too much room. Dodged a bullet there, the Airs. Margin still at 11. Bailey for another 3. Who's that come off last? It's going to be a Jets ball. Riley Tuta knocking that out of play. We get to see Owen Foxwell go up against Corey Webster tonight. That's going to be a bit of fun.
Great chance. Yeah, that'll be, especially, you know, Foxwell wasn't available in that first.
Yeah, missed that game. Jets won that, and he was out. Yeah, it's a good point. Foxwell, by the way, 9.6 assists a game. Thada-PS there. Bonanzo, a block there for Telfer, ends up with Wynyard. Shot clock at 2, he doesn't know it. They still get a shot up from the corner.
Airs have to go fast. They've got to go quick.
Just over 1.5 minutes. That looked like a travel to me. Yep. Just over 1.5 to play. Matt Bonanzo said, hey, I think that was a travel. Have a look at what... Yeah, that's one too many. Tinashe still arguing the point. Yes. Can't afford to waste time.
Yeah, you got to get some good looks.
Hoyata inside off the glass. That won't go down. Wynyard a rebound, a little bit of a tangle up. It'll be a foul against Jordi Hoyata. He's been good tonight, Totoko Wynyard.
He has. He's been on the glass. He would have about 10 rebounds by now.
Yeah, he's up to, that might have been his ninth.
Ninth, yeah, close.
Pallacanestro just weaving some magic, isn't he? Oh, the step back. What an effort there. Pallacanestro.
Straight line drive. Nice pivot. Little jump hook.
Three-pointer, Scotty Telfer. It's hard to know with Pallacanestro whether he was just looking for more opportunity and left the Saints for the Jets, or did the Saints not re-sign him? I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, maybe he got an opportunity here, so I feel like this would be a good fit for him.
Maybe a bigger pay packet, who knows? Matt Bonanzo, inside, outside, ends up with Nepia Crowley for three. He's been really good as well.
Great drive, get him into dominoes, kick.
And an offensive foul. Have a look at this. The Jets, inside, outside.
Drive, inside, outside, move it. Bang.
Extra pass, and there's the three.
Yeah, great extra.
Matt Bonanzo involved in everything right now. He's doing well, Tinashe. Having a big game. Look at this, Jets out by 13. This might be the biggest score of the season for the Jets in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. It'll be right up there. They average 35 a game. I reckon they've still got a couple left in them as well.
They get this win, that'll give them some confidence in the Rapid League, because you know they've had those close losses.
Gee, you know things are going all right when Tony Webster and Tim McTamney are just lounging back in the chairs on the sideline. Hasn't been too tough for them.
Oh, they just kicked back. It's just...
Pallacanestro. He just cannot miss. Massive game like from him, 17.
He's just cruising. It almost looks like he's just cruise mode.
5 of 9 shooting. So he has missed a few, but those mid-range jumpers under pressure. He's got that lovely arc, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he can shoot the rock. He's got good rhythm with his shot, good balance.
I know we're only 5 weeks in to the season, long way to go. But if you were to put one name onto a sheet for the Sky Broadband Rapid League All-Star 5 right now, they do have an All-Star 5, by the way. TTP is sitting there, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah, he's... off the board.
Telfer with the misses. Chance there to go back, Tarini. And we're down to the dying seconds of this one. Pallacanestro again. Hands this one over to Nepia Crowley. Well, the idea to the corner where Lambert was sitting was okay. Telfer picked it apart. Sal's NBL tonight coming your way from Fly Palmy Arena. The Jets desperately needing a win. They've lost their last two to the Saints and the Rams, no less. And tonight they take on the Airs. Great matchup. Pallacanestro, why not? Just add another three. Puts the pistols up, bang, bang, bang. 20 in the game for him. And that will do us. A big win for the property brokers Manawatu Jets here today. They have taken down the Airs. In fact, there's actually a foul on that last play. So there's going to be half a second on the clock. And Riley Tuta will step up to the Chemist Warehouse to try and change this final score. He does that by 1. Now I ask you again, there's going to be 0.5 on the clock, by the way. Do they use their player timeout with thanks to BNZ?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They're not even going to worry about it. So that's it.
The Jets are going to use, I think. That...
Well, it has to be the player with the ball that calls it, and the player with the ball didn't call it. He passed it in. So that'll do us. 46 to 30 is the final score. 46 to 30. That is a big win for the Jets. Their second win of the season. Gee, they look good.
Yeah, they did look good, and that'll do them a world of good for their confidence going forward.
Well, let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Natu and look at Tyson Sadapaese.
With 20, game leading scorer, and Scott Telfer with 11 with the ears. Tuda had 10 with the ears. And Tinashe had 9 for the Jets. Rebounds, Wynyard had 9 for the Jets, and Ahuata had 7 for the ears. Lambert was 6 with the Jets as well. Assists, Tinashe had 4. Crowley with 3, Wynyard with 2. Bailey in the ears had 2. Tuda with that 2 in the ears for the ears, and Telfer with 1. Block shots, Crowley had 2 with the ears, Lambert with 1. Bailey, Telfer, and Tuhaka all had 1 for the ears. And steals, Natasha had 2. Terini had 2.
Plenty of ones there as well.
Yeah, plenty of ones.
So there we go. But the Bear is in the mood tonight. And these Jets fans get their team home. 3 wins, 4 losses for the season so far for the Jets. The Airs are 4-2. It's a big one. Close town rivals. The Manawatu Jets up against the Taranaki Airs coming your way in the Salsa NBL. 6:30 p.m. local time here in New Zealand. Hope you can join us for that. We'll see you soon.
festival for the Taranaki ears, giving them a warm welcome. Put your hands, Taranaki ears. Hey guys, I'll just get you all just to stand on your feet. Can you? My mic, yeah, there we go. All right, arena ups, lights please. Lights, you good? Mikey, has he got there to your right? Lights. All right, we're good. Just go, Mikey. Introducing your Paparino Coach, here it is for the kids. 30, your starting five lineup. Number 30, Owen Foxwell. Number 7, Armand Fletcher. Number 2, Carlin Davison. Number 11, Harry Froling. And number 21, Jack Andrew. Head coach Sam McKinnon and assistant coach Andrew Green. Let's give it up for the Taranaki Ears. And number 2, 6'6", shooting guard out of the state of Virginia, USA, Miles Gibson. Number 3, 6'9", centre, hailing from Wellington, New Zealand. Put your hands together for Isaac Miller-Jones. Number 4, at guard duty tonight on Auckland, New Zealand, let's welcome 6'3" guard, Dante Russo-Nance. Number 9, running point guard and standing at 6'2", out of Auckland, New Zealand, please welcome Corey Webster. And number 25, 6'8", from Michigan, USA, our captain. Let's show some love, Palmy, for Kitty Collins. Our head coach is Tony Webster, assistant coach Tim McTamney, our trainer Claire Maxwell, our manager Renee Barber, our DJ Mikey J, and I am Azania. Welcome to the Hangar Palmerston North. Let's make some noise! Sorry, let's not forget Benny. Let's make some noise for Benny. That band played.
Kia ora everyone, mai hara mai, hello and welcome to the hangar. Fly Palmy Arena, the home of the property brokers Manawatu Jets. It's week 5 of the NZNBL Sunday evening action. Great to have you with us. The Steelformers Taranaki Airs are in town and there is a lot on the line. NZNBL coming up. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me. Former Jets coach for 3 seasons, of course, Natu Tofala. You know this place so well, and the Jets need a win tonight, Natu.
Yeah, they do, and I think the Jets are going to get their win tonight. I think it's well overdue. It's a pivotal game for them. You know, if they lose this one, they go 3-5.
Yep.
They need this win to get them back to 500 and potentially just outside the 6th year.
Well, these two teams have played earlier on this season, and the Jets got home in New Plymouth. Of course, the Airs on that occasion did not have Owen Foxwell. We'll have a look at the two starting lineups shortly. Right now, though, after a busy week 5 in amped April, let's have a look at the ladder. In fact, there's the poll first for tonight's game. The Airs at 69%. Now, I know just before we came on air, you claimed your stake. You said the Jets to win tonight.
Yeah, I did, because I feel like they're back home. You know, with Corey and Dante, they're two playmakers who could make it work, who could make it happen for the Jets. Those guys stay out of foul trouble, especially Dante, because he's gotten into foul trouble more recently. Then I think they've got a chance of being the Airs.
Jets lost to the Saints here this time last week by a point in a thriller. They went down to the Rams in Christchurch on Friday night by 11. The ladder, this is how it looks in the NBL as we speak. The Tuatara have taken down the Hawks earlier today. That is their 5th straight win. And in the space of 4 games, Will Davo Hickey has now delivered 3 triple-doubles. The only game he didn't do that in, he scored 21 against the Panthers in 20 minutes or something like that. Didn't play the rest of the game, so that's how good he's going. The Giants lost again last night, a narrow loss. The Phi getting up in a fantastic result for them, and the Giants and the Panthers still looking for their first win of the season. Let's have a look at the games coming up. Of course, week 5 ends tonight. But week 6 starts in 48 hours' time. The Panthers at home to the Hawks. The Hawks looking to rebound. The Panthers searching for their first win. Now, we do believe we're going to see some of the Indian nationals who were sitting on the sidelines on Friday night against the Tuatara. I think they're very close to having their clearances come through. So they could be a very different looking team on Tuesday. And you saw some of the other games coming up there. It is another busy week ahead of us. Let's have a look at the Air starters for this one. They're a good unit, aren't they? 4 wins, 2 losses so far this season. Davison, Fletcher, Froling, Jack Andrew in new colours is having a good season so far, and Owen Foxwell is an absolute dime machine. That's how they line up. The coach, of course, is Sam McKinnon. I had the chance to have a chat with him a short time ago. Well, Sam, 6 games into the season, 4-2 the Airs at the moment. What have you taken from it so far?
Yeah, a solid start. Our last game against the Jets, on the backing up of the double overtime against Saints, we didn't play well. Didn't have Foxy, but just our effort wasn't great. But I think we've sort of rectified that and been pretty solid for most part of the season. So just continue on moving the ball on offense. We have lots of threats, so we have to make teams defend us for more than just one pass.
No doubt teams come in planning for Webster and Russo-Nance. Miles Gibson's in a bit of form at the moment. How do you go about stopping him tonight?
Yeah, he's just very, very active. We've got to keep these guys off the glass. I guess everyone focuses so much on Russo-Nance and Webster, and then those other guys can get going. So we've learnt the hard way that if we don't lock down on the whole team, that we'll get beaten.
Best of luck tonight.
Cheers, thank you.
There he is, the coach, Sam McKinnon, in town to take on the Jets with the Airs. Let's have a look at the team in green. The mighty Manawatu Jets. This is how they'll line up. Now, there's been a move here, Natu. Isaac Miller-Jose comes into the starting lineup. He played well against the Rams on Friday night. And he is coming in to replace Eric Williams Jr., who is playing, but he'll be coming off the bench. So it is a significant change to their starting 5.
Yeah, I think Coach Tony is looking for some impact from the bench, and I think that might give them some more impetus when they're with their first sub rotation. So yeah, I think, you know, we haven't seen the best of Williams. You know, he's athletic in there, but we haven't seen him shoot the ball a lot, and he can shoot the ball. So it might give him an opportunity to get more looks in that first rotation when he comes on.
13.7 rebounds a game this season for Eric Williams Jr. Coming off the bench tonight, Tony Webster, of course, is the coach of the Jets. Here's what he had to say a short time ago. Well, coach, doesn't get any easier. You've just had 2 big games against the Rams and the Saints. What did you take from those games coming into this one against another good team, the Airs?
Oh, it's hard to say, you know. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've got to correct as a team, especially going down the stretch. We made a few errors in turning the ball over. We didn't box out, and we missed some key shots. So there's a lot to take out of those losses, but they were quite close. We had an opportunity to win the game. We just got to learn how to close out games.
There's a bit to take out of wins as well, and one of those wins so far this season was against the Airs. Have you looked back on that game and taken anything from that into today?
Well, they've changed as a team since then, so they've got Owen back, so we can't really count that as a win until we win with him in the lineup. So we don't know at this stage whether there was something to take positive out of that yet.
I was here for that thriller last week against the Saints. What about the crowd here in Palmerston North? They're amazing, aren't they?
This is the best crowd in the country, by far. It's an amazing place to be. I don't know why more players don't come down here and play.
Best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
Well, I love that from the coach, talking about the fans here in Palmerston North and just how passionate they are, and they've come out in good numbers here again tonight. Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this one, the Jets and the Airs. Let's have a look at how they line up against each other. There's the recent form. A couple of losses over the last week for the Jets. They desperately need to bounce back tonight to stay in touch with that top 6. Points per game. These are 2 teams, Natu, that can score big.
They can. The only challenge is, can they stop the other team from scoring, and can they keep the Airs and vice versa, the Jets, can they keep them below their scoring average?
Party card officials Callum Welch, Sasha Nicholson and Elijah Mareko getting ready for this one. Earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, it was a big win for the Jets. They got home 46-30. Tyson Thada Paese had 20 points in that game. Only played 2 minutes against the Rams on Friday night. Natu, he is one player I think we could see more of in this Jets Sal's NBL team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you think about your group, and they've played major minutes, especially the 5 they normally play, major minutes, it's important to see where you can make an impact, what guys can contribute, and he's one that can contribute. We've seen that in the Rapid League. Let's hope we can see that tonight or in the future. Let's see whether he can get more minutes in the future.
You can see Dom Kelman-Portal there having a word to the players coming off the bench tonight for the Airs. Spoke to DKP earlier on, and he said he was so close to suiting up and playing this game, coming back from a calf injury. He does expect to be out there for the Airs in their next game, so that's good news.
That's good news for the Airs, and he'll bring some real, I guess, heart and soul to this team.
So here we go, Sunday evening action in the Sal's NBL. We are set to go. The Jets up against the Airs. Miller Jose in the tap with Jack Andrew and the team in yellow to have the opening possession. The Airs are in town, 4-2 on the season, to take on the Jets, who are 3-4. Here's Owen Foxwell. A touch under 10 assists a game. This time searching for his opening shot, ran straight into Corey Webster.
Yeah, he split the double, he split the on ball there and managed to get to the paint, but just couldn't finish.
Goins, Miller Jose underneath,
Good
and that's
finish.
a big start
Great
for
stuff.
Miles Gibson. Keep an eye on him tonight. He's been in form.
Yeah, that was a great kick on. So some good signs with the Jets offense early on.
Foxwell, Fletcher. Here's Harry Froling spinning on Miller Jose off the glass for 2.
That's a tough matchup there. Just too tough in the post there. Too big, too strong, too easy.
23 points, 11 rebounds a game. Harry Froling, fantastic to have him back out there. Webster misses. Look at Davison get up. And quickly up the floor to Foxwell. Stop and prop and drain the three.
That was great. Great defensive rebound. Great kick out. Early look. In transition. Great shot.
Russo Nance rises up. Davison, another huge board. That's 2 for him. He is athletically one of the best in the Cells NBL. Up and under. Spinning it in.
I've been really impressed with his game this year, Justin. He's just, you know, great rebounding and efforts. Stat line, right across the stat line, he has been fantastic.
Well, I was having a good conversation with Casey Frank during the week. Miles Gibson for 3 there. Froling picks it up, gets going quickly to Davison, flicks it behind for Foxwell. And this is a big start by the Airs. Out 10-2. I was talking to Casey about the Kiwi that you would pick right now in any team. And surely Carlin Davison would be the man to go to. Russo Nance with the miss. Webster finds Gibson underneath for 2. They answer. He would be top of the list, wouldn't he?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. You know, he's improved his game, you know, on the drive, shooting as well. Defensively, he's a great defender now.
Froling just muscling his way in down low.
I mean, that's just too easy. Either you front the post and don't let him touch the ball and force him to kick it outside, but you can't just allow him to back you down.
Pure strength turnover. Foxwell dumps it off for Big Jack. Timeout, Jets. What a start by the Airs and some fancy stuff over the opening 2.5 minutes here tonight. Highlight after highlight. Here's another one. Owen Foxwell with the dime. Jack Andrew with the flush.
It's like you're sprinting in the 100 meters, right? You're still in this. You're still in the gate. You haven't even kicked off, and that's what it seems like tonight with the Jets. They've been slow to get going. However, the Airs, you know, 2-3 defensive rebounds, and they're out running. They're creating those advantages, and Foxwell's getting wide open looking 3. So transition D, the Jets. I'll be talking about. Hey, we need to get back and defense D-trans. And then also contesting those shots with Froling in the post, work on fronting the post and then turning the passer into a driver on the wing so they don't get that ball, that easy look inside. They've got a lot of work to do, but I'm sure, Tony, we're talking about those things in the timeout.
Well, the Airs took down the Giants in Nelson 8 days ago, so they've had 8 days to prepare for this one. The Jets have been busy in that time, taking on the Saints and the Rams. The large Brooklyn pizza, that's this week's special with thanks to Sal's. The Sal's Super Special is available until Tuesday evening. Go and grab a large Brooklyn. The Airs are out by 10. Back underway. Let's see what the Jets do coming out of that timeout. Can they slow this down? Webster gave up the 3, went the deep 2. Comes up short. That's rebound number 3 for Davison. And look at him quickly up the floor. Makes his intentions known.
Yep.
They're playing with pace, aren't they? Fletcher, tough shot, won't go down. Goins with the rebound.
Well, they look fresh. The Airs look really fresh.
Well, 8-day break.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was just talking about. Goins wide open.
3.
Needed that, didn't they? Good eyes from Miller Jose as well. Was able to pick him out. Margin back to 7.
Goins is now matched up with Froling.
And Froling has turned that over, just dribbled it off the leg. So a win there for the Jets. Can they reduce this margin further? Harry Froling having a bit of a laugh. Word is he's here for the full season as well. There was some speculation a few weeks ago that he was on a short stint, but the word is he'll be with the Airs for the full season, which is great news. Miller Jose around Andrew with the block. Met him upstairs.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play by Andrews. Just challenged him there. And see, the Airs are off running again.
Davison to Fletcher. Just the confidence of Davison with the pass as well, Natu.
Yeah. getting great looks in the corner, which is stretching the defense on that defensive transition.
Webster, first basket for him, deep two. Exactly who the Jets need to start firing, Corey Webster. If he can have a big one tonight. Yep. Davison rebounding and distributing right now. Foxwell with the miss, loose ball. Russo Nance gets after it. And who's that come off in the end?
I think it's come off Foxwell.
Russo Nance. Here we go, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. And you are spot on. Eric Williams Jr. coming off the bench tonight. He's into the game. Miles Gibson taking a seat. Ayres by 8. Foxwell, Davison, Williams Jr. just into the game. First time near the ball. And he's crashed into the back of Carlin Davison. Just a little bit unfortunate there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's just eager to get into it. I think he got a Charlie on his knee for that.
Davison, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists already. Here he is, the star 21-year-old Kiwi. Telfer into the game, up and under. It's the sort of stuff that Scotty Telfer does. Foxwell leaning in on Russo Nance. Earlier today, Tuatara took down the Hawks 106-97. That's 5 straight wins for the Auckland Tuatara. They started 0-3. Now up to 5-3. Russo Nance, tough shot over Davison. Kept in by Williams Jr. A little bit of confidence there for him.
Yeah, he's energised, isn't he? He's able to get to the boards on that miss from Dante and then throw it off Telfer's legs.
Well, he didn't get the start tonight. Oh, offensive foul there. That's against Russo Nance. Right in front of the Barter card officials. It is a point of emphasis for the referees. Oh, just stepping back. In fact, he might have been pushed into Armand Fletcher, so a little bit unlucky there, Russo Nance. Here's Foxwell, 13 assists last game for the Ayres. Oh, inside pass, the look away to Jack Andrew, who's fouled. Owen Foxwell, master of disguise, isn't he?
He's clever.
Have a look at this.
Clever.
Looks to the corner, saw the gap down into Jack Andrews' hands. He had the Jets players bamboozled. There he is, Owen Foxwell.
For a big man, Jack Andrews got a really nice touch. He's got a very soft hands, great shooting touch. Look at him shooting some threes tonight.
Well, he has spent some time in the Perth Wildcats program, of course. Former Nugget, Otago Nuggets, Jack Andrew, in new colours this season. Margin at 12.
On-ball two-man game, post goings in the...
Goins to Webster. Davison covered it really well. Webster kept the dribble alive, dribbled it straight off his leg. And it's an Ayres ball. Webster.
Yeah, Corey was jammed in that, not in that baseline by, what was it? Great D.
He said it came off the leg of Armand Fletcher. Hard to see from that replay. Foxwell, good hand to Russo Nance. And there's an offensive foul here against Quinton Bailey. So we've seen a couple called already tonight.
It's been consistent though, you know, Callum, that's been a consistent call.
Yeah, no doubt about that too. It was only a light touch, but he did step across. As we said, a point of emphasis for the Barter card officials. Coaches and players well aware of it. Kenny Goins for another three.
That's great.
Hello, Kenny. Yep. Couple from downtown for him tonight. Davison on Webster. Oh, just put it underneath. But Kenny Goins with the block on Bailey.
Great block on Goins. Yeah, just before, you know, Corey, that on ball, they trapped him. So that's probably, you know, the coverage for Corey now, looking at with the Taranaki ears and seeing where they can get a deflection out of that.
Saw the block there from Goins. Rolling back into the action. Can hit a three. Sends it out to Davison, who can also hit a three.
Goins with the rebound. Great rebound.
And on the move now, Williams Jr. with the handles. Russo Nance on Telfa. Good finish. And the Jets just starting to find their feet now. 7 minutes into the game. Foxwell up and in off the glass. Well done from the point guard. And he's come down heavy here. Holding the back of his head, Owen Foxwell. Not sure what he's hit there. Let's have a look at the replay with thanks to GJ Gardner-Holmes. Here's the finish. Watch the end. May have just, not sure if he's hit the floor there. He might have even hit our camera stand. I think he may have hit
the tripod.
I think he may have hit the camera stand, yeah. That's why he's rubbing the back of the head. Full commitment, Natu. That's what we like to see. Look at him here all over Webster. Doubled again. Clearly the game plan. It leaves Eric Williams Jr. open in the corner.
And that's what happens if you're going to double one in and they can kick the ball real quickly. They're in dominoes. There's an open shot.
Margin back to 6. Froling wants it. Froling had it. Williams Jr. clever in the end. And I'll tell you what, the move of Eric Williams Jr. to come off the bench tonight has fired him right up, and now he's having some words with Harry Froling. That's the replay. This is live right now. And Big Harry is just letting Eric know that he needs to calm down. Here we go. This is what happened.
He's not backing down though, eh? Williams, he's letting him have it. They're jawing at each other.
Gotta say, I like a bit of spice.
Oh, it's good.
Nothing wrong with
great
that.
Stuff on a Sunday night.
Grab your Cell Super Special, the Brooklyn Large, and settle in for a little bit of extra spice. Harry Froling just making his point known. And in the end, look at Eric Williams Jr. Not me. I wasn't involved. Crowd loving it. More importantly, the Jets continue to respond. Webster doubled again, found Goins getting up. Hand on a Telfa was clever in the end. Russo Nance gives it up to Webster. Oh, there's a whistle here. That won't count. That basket will not count. The whistle was well before the shot. And there's a foul under the basket out of all of that. It's a technical foul against Kenny Goins. So, Goins has said something to the official. That's why the tee's there, and the whistle was well before that shot from Webster.
I think it was when he got blocked by Telfa. Felt that he had been fouled.
So out of all of that, the Webster three won't count. Froling is short with the shot from the tech foul, and the crowd has let him know about it.
The Jets need Goins. They can't afford for him to get tech fouls and get in foul trouble. Because, you know, the last time they played the Rams and he got in trouble, fourth foul, and then he got a tech and he was out of the game that fourth quarter. So he needs to stay in the game.
Ayers led by as much as 12 earlier on in this first quarter. Not sure if Corey Webster is pleading for that three-pointer to count. But it clearly won't. It will be a Jets ball out of all of that. Of course, the ball was in the hands of Corey Webster when the tech foul was called, so that's why it's a Jets ball. A small win for the Jets fans. And there's some real heat in this one. Back cut. Nice off the wing, Russo Nance. What can he do from here over Fletcher? Can't finish it. Williams Jr. with authority. That would have been a big highlight. Now Foxwell dumps it off. Quentin Bailey says thank you.
Williams can sure get up. Can sure get off the ground.
Well, Armand Fletcher playing for a foul there. And miscommunication between Goins and Williams Jr. Fletcher's down. Now, this was right in front of us.
Yeah.
Didn't look like a lot of contact at all, but he has stayed down for a while.
I think Goins got him with a screen on that one.
Here's the Quentin Bailey dunk. Good handoff from Owen Foxwell. And the last couple of minutes of this game, Natu Tofale, we've had everything.
Yeah, we had dunks, technical fouls, three-point shots, block shots.
Amongst all of that, looking at the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet, who do you think is the highest scorer on the court right now?
Foxwell.
He is. 8 points for Owen Foxwell to go with 3 assists. He's got his fingerprints all over this one. Didn't play against the Jets earlier this season, of course, when the Jets defeated the Airs. Here he is again. Can he add 3? Oh, Owen Foxwell
on ball, and he just rejected the screen and pulled up for a 3.
Margin back out to 11. Collins is fouled by Bailey.
That was a good strong move from Collins to the basket. Collins has just come back from overseas, playing in the NBL 1 in Australia.
He has, yep.
Good pick up for the Jets.
Airs shooting 10 of 15, 66% in this first quarter. Jets 7 of 17. Rebound count favouring the Airs 8 to 7. 3 of 4 threes for the Airs. The Jets are 3 of 6. All of the stats were thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL. Collins drains the first. Not the second from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Inside the last minute of this opening quarter. Been fun. Matt Bonanzo out there with the job on Foxwell now. And he leans in and commits the foul. Look at this.
On the body, a straight line drive. Got him on the body there.
Fox on the run. He's quick, isn't he, Owen Foxwell? Came into the game averaging 14 points and just a touch under 10 assists a game. Got a feeling he's going to blow the points out of the window tonight. He's already up to 12. And that'll be 13 for Owen Foxwell in this opening quarter. He's controlling the game. Webster,
double trap. They got to kick it on.
Matt Bonanzo, Gibson has Davison in front of him. He's got too much length. Short, rebound. Davison wants to run. Look out for something exciting. Inside, Jack Andrew. Through hands. So good. Fletcher looking inside there. 3
passes and Andrews with the ball right under the basket.
What I like about Carlin Davison from what we've seen in this first quarter is off every one of those rebounds, he's had 4 of them, he just puts the head down and goes. And they go again. Foxwell, Davison, right there. Unable to finish. And on the buzzer, Kenny Goins having words again. The opening 10 belonging to the Steel Formers Taranaki Airs tonight. A ton of highlights. They lead by 14.
Nice. All right, go again, use that one. All right, let's cheer him on. Hey, go, 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 go. All right, here we go. Who's going to grab you that pizza slice? Nice, and again, and again. You've got 9 seconds. 5 seconds. Stop. Nice work. Well done, Mason. Let's give it up for Mason. How many did you get? 2? Nice. Good job.
Nice work for a one-handed basketball player.
That was pretty good. That is great for one man. You didn't get it, DJ Gardner. Maybe basketball for that. Well done. Nice work. Massive shout out to some of our sponsors: Maycroft, Capture Signs, Broker Web Services, Beecham Funeral Homes, McDougal's, Kevin Media, Ovo, Flat Hills Cafe, Palmerston North Boys High School, Southport Cleaning, Cartown, Greatest Investment Partners. Also, Fisherprint and Petrie Physio.
One quarter down in Palmerston North tonight. Sal's NBL Sunday evening action. Hope you're enjoying it. The Airs out by 14. An explosive opening quarter. They look good. Foxwell has 13 points. There's the large Brooklyn pizza this week's special with thanks to Sal's. That's available till Tuesday. What did you make of that opening quarter? What did you make of the Airs and Owen Foxwell?
Airs are off to the races, mate. They're off to the races. They're on 120 pace at the moment, but it starts from the defensive end. You know, Colin Davidson, defensive rebounds, and they're out and running.
They look quick, don't they? Super fast. Russo Nance, Miller Jose allowed to shoot for 3. Can't finish that. And here we go again. Airs on the move. Foxwell hasn't had a break so far outside of that quarter time huddle. Played every second of the game. Davison, that may have come off the back of Miller Jose, it did. Or Russo Nance. One of them was in there. Team merch now available with thanks to Sterling Sports, the official merch partner of the Sal's NBL. Scan that QR code, it'll take you through to the online store as Carlin Davison misses. Now the Jets need something here. Russo Nance has Froling in front of him. Got a body there, and the foul is called. Small wins.
Yep, small win, but Dante, he's good at that. He's good at getting paint into the paint. He collects those 2 fouls.
Heads off to the Chemist Warehouse. Don't forget this season, every made shot from the coloured stripe in the Sal's NBL. Chemist Warehouse will be donating money to schools in parks and hoops in parks and hoops in schools. I do that every week. Fantastic initiative it is. As Basketball New Zealand continues to build hoops right around New Zealand with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Margin back to 12. Foxwell. Davison. Froling sets the screen. Davison out to the corner. Fletcher off one leg. That's come off the hand of Kenny Goins.
Goins is doing a great job on Froling. He's managed to push him out of the paint, and they're struggling to get him the ball.
Well, Froling had those 2 baskets early, didn't he? He hasn't had anything since. That's a tough shot in the end.
It's good D from the Jets.
Here's Webster. Screen from Miller Jose. Webster step back deep. 2 is sweet.
That step back is money.
Pure shot, isn't it? Been doing it for years. Foxwell. Looking for Jack Andrew. Russo Nance comes up with it. He's got runners around him here. He knows Davison is right there. Big block from Carlin.
Great block.
Well, Russo Nance knew it as well. He just tried to change his pace here at the end. Watch this. GJ Gardner's replay. He saw him. He knew it. And he felt it. Jets to bring it in. There he is, Carlin. The Birdman, I like to call him. Always flying high. Webster. Step back 2. And down it goes. Back to back. Corey Webster.
He's money. He's got his radar on.
And that was over the outstretched hand of Davison as well. Here is Davison. Inside, Jack Andrew. 4th assist for Davison tonight. Kenny Goins receives. Can't punch it home from 3. Froling. Saw Kenny Goins in front of him and decided to head back out. On the back cut, Jack Andrew picked off Gibson. He's got Goins ahead of him. Pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse. Drains it. Timeout airs. Jets starting to find some rhythm here.
Yeah, they're starting to find some rhythm. Gibson's getting good looks. Corey's getting a look. Gibson gets to the foul line and money.
Absolute money. That margin dragged back to 8. It has been as high as 14. Chemist Warehouse stats, Owen Foxwell still leading all scorers with 13 in the game. All of those points coming in the opening quarter tonight. Next 3 games coming up for the Airs, all at home. Get your tickets, Airs fans. Tuatara are coming to pay a visit, the Phi and the Saints as well. That's 3 big games right there for the Airs. They are huge games. How about the start this season of the Northern Group Taronga Phi?
I've been really impressed with the Taronga Phi. Matt Lacey's done a fantastic job with that group. He got them early in the off-season. They were working out together in the off-season really early, December, and they're playing great basketball. I'm a bit impressed with Bruce Perrott Hunt. He's been playing really well, shooting the ball well and leading. He's become more of a leader of that group. And what about young Carter Hawpoi?
Yeah, really good.
He's been outstanding.
He was fantastic last night against the Giants. The Phi up to 3rd on the ladder in the NZNBL, 5 wins from 7 games. They are the #1 defense in the competition. Highlight show coming your way every Tuesday night on Sky Sport. And there's bound to be a few from this game as well. Back underway. Let's see what the Airs do out of that timeout. Davison says, leave it to me. Over the top, though. Jets want to run. Russo Nance, space, time, 3. Look out, here we go.
They look great. Gibson pushing the ball and finding Dante Russo Nance open on the wing. Great 3-point shot. Gets her in it.
Team in green with momentum. Froling. Wynyard, no other choice but to foul, and that'll send the big H to the Chemist Warehouse. So here is Totoko Wynyard. Had 9 rebounds earlier, didn't he, in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. If you've just joined us, a great win for the Jets in the earlier game, defeating the Airs 46-30. Tyson Thana Payese with 20 points in that earlier game, leading scorer in the Rapid League this season. Frolling's put 1 down. Second one misses. Crowd enjoyed every bit of that. Somehow ball back out to Russo Nance for 3. Back-to-back triples for Dante. Margin at 4. Foxwell searching. Andrew put back. Goins, big rebound. Here we go. Jets off and running again. Russo Nance. Don't tell me. Dante Russo Nance, heat check. Davison aggressively. And the whistle's gone. Davison's been whacked across the arm. Felt that one. And he's got a couple of shots coming up. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Have a look at this one, Natu.
Can't see where he got locked on that arm, but
I just wonder whether we've got a blood rule here because Carlin Davison's come to the sideline, so it wasn't so much the pain of the whack, but maybe a deep scratch, a deep nick. There you go, blood on the elbow. So it'll be the sub coming in who takes the shots.
It's Quinton Bailey, and Davison will have to get the blood shirt on.
If he has put it on his singlet, he will be. Yep, he'll have to change singlets. If he hasn't done that, it'll just be a patch-up job. The good news for Sam McKinnon is the player he decided to send on has delivered the goods from the stripe. Quinton Bailey. First one's good, and the second one's good. Smart choice on the sub. You always like to see that as a coach, don't you? Quickly, who's our best free throw shooter who we can bring on? Webster aggressively over Andrew. Up and in.
Great drive from Corey, just real smart.
I was going to say that the score was wrong earlier on, but it has been corrected now. So that is the correct score as you see it. Turnover, Miles Gibson with the hand. Surely Telfer with the foul there, no whistle.
Yeah, I can see why Tony Webster's really disappointed there. He felt like, you know, Telfer reached in there and got a foul, but however.
Fletcher responds with a 2. Webster thought there was contact midway through the second. There's just little breakout blazes going on everywhere here. Foxwell. How good was that? Owen Foxwell with another big triple. He's got 16 in the game. And he is 4 of 4 from beyond 3. 4 of 4. Gibson stepping through.
He has tried to ice that sideline on ball, but Dante made a good read and pitched the ball out, got the ball out.
Chemist Warehouse stat sheet, Owen Foxwell, 16 points, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc, 3 assists, 2 steals. Easy call here in the end for the Barnacle officials. Wynyard wrapping up Quinton Bailey. And I reckon Williams Jr. is coming in for Wynyard. He is. We may have a singlet change coming up here for Carlin Davison. Bit hard to hide any blood on a yellow singlet. Andrew Green there trying to rub it off at the moment.
And Bailey made his first shot from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
3 of 3. 3 of 4. Margin at 7. Russo Nance getting busy now as well. 10 points for him in the game. Webster's moved up to 8. Miles Gibson has 8 as well. We've had a bit of everything, haven't we? Ayres off to a flyer earlier on in that first quarter, led by as much as 12. Got the margin out to 14 at one stage. Gibson surrounded. Look out. Here's the master. Webster got Fletcher off the floor, hands it over to Dante Russo-Nance. Around Telfer. Pull up 2. Yes. He's got 12. He said, where's the foul? Where's the whistle? Got to be careful with those gestures as well. Barnacle officials aren't going to take that too much longer. Webster with the hand in the lane. All the way for 2. Timeout Ayres. Margin back to 3. Russo-Nance and Webster bringing the goods.
Great hands by Corey. His hands are, you know, in the passing lanes. Get a deflection, get a recovery, get a layup, but he's got great hands. Him and Dante Russo-Nance, their hands are great when they're on the defensive end. Plenty of activity, so the Jets have managed to get back in the game based on their defense and also the turnovers from the Ayres.
Well, they've won this Second quarter at the moment, the Jets 22-11. So they have responded. Sam McKinnon addressing his team. Sky Broadband FIBA starter, $50 a month for the first 12 months. That is a fantastic offer. With thanks to our friends at Sky Broadband. Head to skybroadband.co.nz. Jump in and enjoy. We mentioned the Airs next 3 games all at home. Tuatara, the Phi and the Saints. The Jets next 3 also all at home. They take on the Hawks, the Phi and the Panthers. Jets coaching staff, Tony Webster, Tim McTamney, watching on. And it is game on. 3.5 to play in this opening half. Sunday Night Hoops, hope you're enjoying it. Wherever you may be watching around the world. Sky Sport in New Zealand, of course, ESPN throughout the United States. And FIBA YouTube right around the world. Back underway. Rolling. Foxwell trying to get around Russo Nance. Davison catch and go. Dumps it off to Bailey. Good hand in there. Russo Nance on the run. Gibson, Williams Jr.
Great hand from Dante Russo Nance. The Ears were trying to run their Spain action, but didn't get that going, and Dante's great hands.
Highlight reel continues to tick in the Sal's NBL. Harry Froling for 3. Oh,
that was smooth.
That was smooth. The Airs respond. Do the Jets respond? No, Goins misses. Big 2.5 coming up. Jets need a win tonight. Crowd behind them. Rolling, just barrels through Russo Nance. Basket won't count. And Harry Froling called for the foul. Yep. To be fair, in the end, he didn't really hit him that hard, but he's a big body, right? Yep, here's a replay of that Williams Jr. finish. Yeah, when you got a big fella like Harry Froling and Dante Russo Nance, who's half his size,
he just couldn't put the brakes on,
could not put the brakes on, and it was slow motion. It was a car wreck in slow motion. It was when you see the shopping trolley in the car park just go skidding towards someone else's car. You just can't get there. Unable to pull up. Fletcher, bit of a nuisance there. There's Sam McKinnon. Aussie coach, Aussie star back in the day as well, Sam McKinnon.
Absolutely.
Boy, could he play basketball. Just over 2 minutes to play. We'll see if the BNZ player timeouts come into effect. Foxwell picked it absolutely perfectly. Corey Webster staring back down the court at Russo Nance. Oh, and again they get it back. Clumsy stuff from the Jets. Fletcher makes them pay. 2 baskets in a row for the Airs.
Turnovers, they're hurting the Jets at the moment. Foxwell and Davison playing those passing lanes really well.
From 4 down to 8 down. Gibson to get one back and does. He's a hard man to stop when you give him space like that. Gibson going at 22 points a game this season. Froling's already hit a 3 this quarter.
Had a good look.
Here he is again, Gibson. He's feeling it right now, Miles Gibson. He can score.
He's a scorer. He's got good touch. That time, you know, he just went straight to the basket. Here he goes, drive. Try and get contact. Easy finish.
12 points for him, 6 of 7 shooting. Foxwell takes contact. Russo Nance will get picked. Oh, no, it's an offensive foul. This will be against Davison, I think. I think this will be against Carlin Davison. It is. There's no doubt Davison got in the way there, and I reckon it's... Well, that's hard to see. Certainly wasn't the first contact because there was nothing in that. I just wonder whether he was shepherding a player out down the lane. Have a look here. He's just run through the gap.
I think it was earlier in the play. He sort of half shepherded. But
looked a little bit tough to me. Gibson, another two. He's hit 3 baskets in a row.
You like Gibson, he's starting to heat up. He's just moving well without the ball as well, making good cuts, basket cuts.
And from those 2 bad Jets turnovers, Gibson scored 3 baskets. To get it back to 2, Foxwell responds here. And Owen Foxwell and Dante Russo-Nance have a bit of an ongoing battle right now. Foxwell tried to give Russo-Nance the ball there, and Russo-Nance just let it fall to his feet, and Foxwell's been called for a delay of game.
Well, you're told not to touch the ball. Just don't touch the ball.
There's not much we have missed in this first half. I feel like we've seen something of everything. Another turnover. Webster looking for Goins. Fletcher to make him pay.
Player timeout, player timeout.
And they call it.
Oh.
So I think he got it in time, did he, Miles Gibson? BNZ player timeout, he did. Here's the turnover.
That's great pressure from Davidson and Froling, and then Fletcher getting in the passing lane and getting the steal.
So we're going to get some time on the clock here. BNZ player timeout for the Jets. There's the QR code. Ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. Scan that QR code, fill in your details for your chance to win tickets to the Sal's NBL this season with thanks to BNZ. Inspiring the next generation of basketballs. 1.5 on the clock. Some horrible turnovers from the Jets, but they're within 6. Webster over Andrew, won't go down. That'll do us. Entertaining first half here tonight in Fly Palmy Arena. High scoring game. We came in, Natu, talking about these 2 teams and the fact that they do score a lot. And we've seen it all, haven't we? Can't wait to see the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet. That's coming right up. Margin at 6.
Oh, where's the clock? We'll go with this one. Go! Free throw. Won himself a home ticket. Free throw. Try again. Where's my clock? Over there. Ooh. Let's go. A little more. Well, okay. Three-pointer. Woo! 10 seconds on the clock. Could he win $1,000? You can't pass that line. Ooh, foot came over the line. Hard luck. Whoa, well done. That's time. Good job. High five. Nice. So you've grabbed yourself a ticket to next week's game of Benny the Bear and a Jets cap. Let's give it up for Parker. That was amazing. Well done. Nice work, man. You can take that ball. That was awesome. Well done. All right. Now, does everybody have their paper jet plane made? I'll give you a couple, 1 minute to make your jet. All right, little more time on the clock. Make sure you've got that paper jet, mate. All game days are brought to you by Manawatu and FIBA Victoria. All right, we're doing it from
Nama Hockey Maya, welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. Sunday evening hoops in the hangar. Benny's out and about, entertaining the fans. And they sure do pack a good punch here. The team in green, the fans out in good numbers tonight. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to halftime. Ayres lead by 6. It's been a fun game. Look at that, Owen Foxwell, 20 points. And I've got to say, he's been shooting the lights out, Natu Tofale. 7 of 10 he is, so those 20 points coming at 70%. He's got some assists and steals to go with it as well. But Miles Gibson, importantly, he's just starting to really warm up into it, isn't he?
Yeah, he has been. He's been getting his shots. He's getting to his spots where he can knock those shots down. You know, quite a few Chemist Warehouse foul line shots where he, in transition, so he's been going really well.
7 of 8 he's shooting so far. Kenny Goins has 6 rebounds. Jack Andrew has 5. Let's have a look at the assists as we flick through the Chemist Warehouse stats, and there he is, Foxwell, one of the best in the business so far this season. Carlin Davison with 4 as well.
Foxwell, you know, he's on pace to get, you know, 9-10 assists a game, which he's averaging at the moment.
While this is going on, by the way, the kids are having fun throwing paper planes onto the court, and I reckon I've just copped about 3 in the back of the scone. So, bit of fun. There's the steals. Gibson and Foxwell with 3 apiece. There's all the planes all over the floor. Kids having some fun. Just going to have a quick look at the Sal's NBL ladder. There was a game earlier today, the Tuatara taking down the Hawks 106-97. That's their 5th straight win. No doubt the inclusions of, in fact, that's the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. We'll have a quick look at that anyway. The Nuggets sitting up on top, 6-1. Giants are 5-1. They lost their first game last night. But we will bring up the Sal's NBL ladder for you in just a moment. There you go. Saints out on top. Rams, Fi. Love the start of the season for the Fi. And the Bulls, they're right there. Ayres win tonight. They're in the mix as well. And there's the Tuatara. I was just speaking about that. So they've won their last 5 and now up into the top half of the table. There's the bottom half. Hawks, Jets. Jets win tonight. This is how important it is for them. All of a sudden, they're in touch with the top 6.
Yeah, I think, you know, they're down at the half by 6, but I still think they'll get this one tonight.
Giants and the Panthers still searching for their first wins of the season. Half-time here. Ayres lead it by 6. Fun stuff tonight. Say goodbye to the paper planes. They depart that quickly. Second half coming up.
Massive sponsor shout out to Chapel Architecture, Shane Jones Painters, Cadence from Property Brokers, Arosta, Elaine Farquhar from Property Brokers, Heat Rights, Steve's Tyre Services, Andrew O'Donnell from Property Brokers, Bed Barn, Max Wilson, Diamond Jeweler, Louise and David Cowell from Property Brokers, BHB Barber, Nathan Mooney from Property Brokers, eg.co.nz and Tilly.
Welcome back to Fly Palmy Arena. Sunday evening hoops in the NZNBL. Ayers lead it by 6 at the half. Hello. We did say they like dressing up here in the mighty Manawatu. Justin Nelson, Natu Tafale with you tonight. Ayers, 71% of the vote at the moment. Have your say, fun and free. With thanks to mixandpick.com. Scan that QR code and let us know who you think is going to win here. It's 71% for the Ayers. I'm a little bit surprised by that. It is a close contest. Mind you, when the Ayers put the foot down, it's pretty scary, Natu.
Yeah, it is. It is. When they get going, in that first quarter, they look really on point with their offense and defense. They look smooth. As a group, they were just, defensive rebound, 1 pass, 2 pass shot, basket. And the Jets were stuck in mud.
There's our family with the best seats in the house, still going with us. Earlier tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, it was the Jets 46-30 over the Ayers. Other results so far in week 5. Just to remind you, the Bulls defeated the Rams by 9. What a win that was. 40-25 in the last quarter by the Bulls. I really like the look of their unit. They look like a team who are going to be right in the thick of it at the business end. Saints took down the Sharks by 21. Welcome back, Shea Illy. What a weekend he had in the Deep South. Tuatara on Friday night, too good for the Panthers, 114-71. Big winners. Panthers still searching for their first win of the season. And the Rams on Friday night defeated the Jets by 11, 92-81. Saturday action in the NZNBL. Saints over the Nuggets by 12. Shea Illy, 31 points off the bench. Sean Bruce played his last game of the season. He's off to get married. We wish him well. And then the Giants, desperately needing a win last night, went down to the Phi. The Phi storming home to win 85-81. 5 wins, 2 losses for the season for the Taronga Phi. They look a team that many unpredictable, many didn't predict would be where they are. And they have proven a lot of people wrong so far. And then the Tuatara earlier today defeated the Hawks 106-97. Will Davo Hickey, another triple-double in that game for the Tuatara. That's 3 in 4 games for him. Quite remarkable. And Dan Greeder, another 30-plus points for the Hawks. And, of course, this one is right there for the taking. Corey Webster having a chat to the troops. I mean, you take away Natu, those 3 really clumsy turnovers late in the second quarter, and the Jets could be leading this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're just starting to get their rhythm. Corey's starting to get his looks, his rhythm going. The same with Gibson. If they can do a better job defensively, I think, like I said to you before, I think they can win this game. They'll win this game.
Young Jets fans in the house, young and old. Here we go. Owen Foxwell, the star of the first half, with 20 points. And there's been some running battles in this one, some skirmishes. Froling brings it in to Davison. Now into the safe hands of Foxwell. He's got Russo Nance right there with him. Nobody in foul trouble to speak of right now. Froling wants to take on Goyne, sends it to the corner to set up Foxwell. Another triple. What a dagger. 5 of 5 from outside the arc.
It was just a great 2-man game, and Froling creating the attention and then kicking it back to Foxwell for easy 3. Nice finish by
Chilla Jose. Good
from the young man.
Good receiver, I should say, from Russo Nance as well. Fletcher, Webster playing on him. They do battle. Fletcher rises over the top, misses everything. A win there for the Jets. Davison going straight to Webster. Close attention, they double him again. Miller-Jost through hands. Inside, Miller-Jost back-to-back baskets. Gets it back. Came up short on the shot.
Been active.
Good signs for the Kiwi. Gibson, a rare miss from him. "90 seconds into this second half. Froling, way too open. That's a big, big blunder there from the Jets to leave Harry Froling that wide open from the top. That's his spot.
And the scout, on the scout, will be telling that he can shoot the three, so you can't let him have easy, open looks like that.
Especially from that spot as well.
Yeah, it's too easy.
That is prime Froling territory.
Jets have got to get the coverages right.
Foxwell around the Andrews screen. Looking for Froling. He wants to take on Goins. Now he receives it down low. The Dirk Nowitzki stepping back on one leg. And just like that, the Airs are out by 12. Webster, tough shot. Put back. Gibson misses a bunny. In the end, he raffles it with Miller-Jost. Gee, they needed that. First basket of the second half for the Jets. Who's that come off? It's going to be an Airs ball.
Froling reminds me.
Here's that last basket, by the way. There's one attempt, there's two attempts, and on the third. Sorry, go on, Natu.
Harry Froling reminds me of a Pero Cameron. His touches, his touch, just his hands and his shooting ability. He's got great hands and vision.
You couldn't have talked about him at a better time. He's just nailed another three. From the corner.
And
Froling putting on a show in this third quarter. Webster just can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Goins, Russo Nance round the world.
Yeah, those sideline arm balls, they're icing Corey and just trying to get the ball out of his hands. And that occasion he managed to get to the hole and then...
Froling up to 16 points. And Froling has just taught Kenny Goins a lesson there. Foul on Kenny Goins off the ball. We'll see if we see it here. Well, this is the basket from Russo Nance. It's been an entertaining watch, Kenny Goins and Harry Froling. They have been at each other the whole game. Foxwell, Russo Nance with the foul. That might be his third. It is. 3 on Russo Nance.
Yep.
Here's the replay. I'm not sure that I saw contact there. Not sure if there was something down low. We'd need to look at that again on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Look clean upstairs. What's your call here? There's a different angle of it. Where's the contact?
I can't see the contact either.
First one for Foxwell. He's been a winner tonight, hasn't he?
He has.
Second one. Ice. Owen Foxwell, 25 points, 6 assists, 3 steals, 5 of 5 from downtown. He has been a handful. Takes a break. Webster. Jets need to respond. Dumps it in. Miller-Jost stepping around Big Jack. Jack got a hand on that. Falls to Gibson. Should have been an easy 2. Miller-Jost, another offensive rebound.
I'm impressed with him. He's been real active on the offensive boards. He's kept the ball alive and given them...
Russo Nance runs into Jack Andrew. Russo Nance gets it back. Takes the bump from Jack. And finally the Jets come up with a whistle. Almost a sense of relief. Nice little strip there from Fletcher and Russo Nance. Or off Fletcher, I should say.
Using his body to get that contact. That's always going to be a foul call. It's always going to be 2 shots to the Chemist Warehouse.
This is the first. He's got 15, Russo Nance. Gibson, the leading scorer for the Jets with 16. Pretty reminiscent of the opening quarter at the moment. It's a 13-8 run to start this second half by the Airs. Foxwell taking a break. Frolling's been everywhere, but he can't beat Williams. He's also got Gibson to go with him. The big men go up. Williams comes down hard. Arguably the 2 most athletic players in the game. Davison and Williams. Good hands, Williams Jr. Met up high by Davison. Oh, comes down very hard. Davison steps over to help him up. You like to see that good sportsmanship. Just taking a moment to get his breath back. He says, no, I'm okay. I'll take the shots, thanks. I think the Jets bench were looking at a sub. Williams is waving them away here. He's saying, no, I'm fine.
Coach
Leave me here.
Trying to...
And they're going to call off the sub.
Yeah.
There you go. As a sneaky look back to the bench. Nice work, Eric Williams Jr. And maybe that's just the little confidence booster the Jets need, Natu.
Yeah, I think it'll ignite them.
Foxwell back on the floor. Davison sits now. Froling. Hands it off to Fletcher underneath. Good hands. Jets come up with it. And they run. Williams, some indecision there. Just turned it over. Should have passed it a fraction earlier. Froling has dominated this third quarter. Russo Nance, a handy little touch. Telford to Froling. To Fletcher. To Foxwell. He's deadly. Step back. Deep 2. Short, gets it back, finishes. He has had a night out.
Nice step back, and then he just followed a shot. Dante didn't box out that time, and he got an easy 2 off the glass.
He's up to 27, by the way.
Nice.
Webster.
That's always a mismatch.
Blows past Jack Andrew. They're just hanging in there, aren't they? Oh, another 2 for Foxwell. Just makes it look so easy. 30-piece beckoning for Owen Foxwell tonight. Long way to go. He's a nuisance. Russo Nance responds. Well, what are the Jets got to do from here? They've got to stop this man to start off with.
Definitely. They've got to
foul Webster.
Saying that Fletcher gets to the basket, gets fouled. Foxwell, they've got to try and keep the ball out of his hands. He's the playmaker. He's the key playmaker. They do that, it forces someone else to do something.
Do you change anything up? Do you look to a...
Yeah, potentially,
Do you look to a Thada Payes there, or one of these younger players who can just run and get under Foxwell's skin for a little bit?
Absolutely. Yeah, one of those guys can come off the bench and get into him and unsettle him. You know, lose his rhythm.
There is the Jets bench. Tyson Thada Payes, you can see him sitting third down there next to Dion Collins. Fletcher nails both from the Chemist Warehouse. And now he takes a break for Davison. Got to say, I like Sam McKinnon's rotations tonight.
Yep.
Just using his bench and rotating his starters really well. In sync. Double-digit lead again. Webster. Look at Gibson get up. Another offensive rebound. Short on the shot.
Tough shot.
Jets.
Good contest too from Bailey, Quinton Bailey.
Jets leading the rebounds, by the way, 23 to 21. 11 of those 23 off the offensive glass. Davison loses it.
Good hands from Corey Webster.
Russo Nance upstairs.
Finish from Miller.
Isaac Miller-Jose for 2. Bailey to respond. So up and back play right now. 3.5 to go in this third quarter. Little body foul there.
Who's that on? Bailey.
It's going to be on Bailey. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Nice hand here from Webster. Russo Nance picks it up. Look at the run there from Miller-Jose. Can the Jets get something here? Gibson closed down by Davison. Step back now. Miles Gibson for 3.
This is that one. Davidson, Gibson.
And he gets on the move. Davison puts it down. Will that count? It will. Davison with the 2. And he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse for the bonus. Here's the replay.
Just quick. That first step was real quick around. He got around Gibson and then rest of the system. He's airborne.
Tony Webster watching on. Pensively, arms folded. Davison converts the 3-point play. There's the opposite coach, Sam McKinnon. He's pretty happy with what he's seen in this third quarter. He's taking the point so far. A big Webster basket right now would be what the Jets need. Pulls up, deep 2. He's just off target a little bit in this third quarter. Corey Webster reaching in. Williams Jr. with the foul. Corey Webster tonight, 12 points, 6 of 14 shooting.
Scores through a quiet patch, Corey, this quarter.
Team merch. Sterling Sports. There's the QR code on screen. The official online shop for the NZNBL. Go and get your favourite teams, your favourite colours, your favourite strips with thanks to Sterling Sports. And the Jets have made a move here. What's going on, Natu?
They must have heard us.
Thada Paese has come onto the floor. We are sitting very close to the Jets bench. Not sure they care too much about what you and I say, but Tyson Thada Paese is out there getting some burn. There he is. Absolutely dominated the earlier Rapid League game, as he has all season, to be fair. Top scorer in that competition. And it's Corey Webster taking a seat. Russo Nance splitting the gap, draining the 2. Well, everyone just cleared out then and let this talented young man get to work.
They left Clinton Bailey on an island.
There he is, Dante Russo Nance. Straight down the middle. They need a lot to go right over the next 2:22. (27-19), third quarter in favour of the Airs.
Zone. Here's the Jets zone. That 1-2-2. High 1-2-2 zone.
Davison look away inside to Bailey. Soft touch. Such an intelligent setup. Davison, 5 assists tonight. Russo Nance sends it out to Thada Paese. Short on the iron. Gibson had it, lost it. Telfer up with it. Foxwell has 31. Swings it out to Davison. One more pass to Scotty Telfer. Getting up, Fletcher.
Fletcher was up there.
And I reckon Williams Jr. had hold of his arm. That's why there's a whistle. Let's have a look at this again. Extra pass was nice. There's the foul on Eric Williams Jr.
He's doing a good job of crashing the boards, jamming and getting on the defensive, put their defensive player's shoulder, getting to the basket. And that's what Fletcher just did there. So
Armon Fletcher was a star of this Ayers team a couple of seasons ago. He doesn't need to be the star this season. He's surrounded by stars, but he just gives something in every column of the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet, doesn't he? 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals.
I agree with you, Justin. Fletcher's been good, solid, really solid, and contributing.
Just does a job.
Doesn't need to be the man, doesn't need to score 30 a game, but just...
Yeah, when you got players like Davison, Froling and Foxwell around you, the Ayers have made their move in this third quarter. Is it going to be enough tonight? Jets need to find a response. Gibson, oh, this is just a little bit sloppy at the moment.
Yeah.
Collins, corner. Williams gave up the shot. Late on the clock, finds a way to the hoop. Now they've got to find something defensively.
Jets back in that zone.
Foxwell, look away inside to Andrew. Bailey, offensive board. He's been hit down the arms. Yep.
Ayers are just crashing the boards. The Jets are just watching.
There's the piece of the arm. Gibson with the foul. Quentin Bailey's been serviceable tonight too.
Everyone contributing. That's what I'm seeing on the Ayers stats on the stat sheet right now.
Well, Bailey's got 9 points and 3 rebounds in under 10 minutes. You make that 10 points.
And he averages 4 a game, so that's good for him. He's come off the bench and made an impact.
4 players in double digits scoring for the Ayers tonight, 3 for the Jets. Here's one of them, Russo Nance, to add another 2 in and out. Ayers come up with it. Foxwell heads up.
Good hands from Fatapaisi.
Did really well, didn't he?
Yeah.
And now he tries to push it for the Jets. Into the hands of Gibson for 3. That's better from the Jets. Just a sign of hope with a quarter to play. Can they get another stop here? Crowd always cheering on here at Palmy Arena. Foxwell downtown, wasn't far away. And now a late chance for the Jets, pulling up. Williams Jr. went very early there. He's going to give a chance for Fletcher. And I'm not sure that Williams Jr. realised how long was left on the clock.
I mean, neither teams didn't use their player timeout. They could have. Both teams had more than 5 seconds on the shot clock to call it.
Well, maybe they're going to save it for the last quarter, but right now, chances go begging. 13 points the Ayers are out to in the box seat right now with a quarter to play.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, away you go. Nice, come a bit closer if you like, come a little bit closer. 20 seconds. Was that only 10? Did I add that right? Let's go 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Is someone counting? Is that true? Anyone counting? Because I'm watching the clock. 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and stop. Whoa! How many was that? 3? That was 3? Yeah, it was. Go, I'm going to give you this hat full of Jets goodies in there. Well done and happy birthday. You, well done. Let's give it up for Asher, turning 9 today. Massive shout out to our sponsors, Property Brokers, Minor 10 and Stewart's Groups. Humphreys Construction, McDonald's and Spirenet. Wadham Partners, Gilmore's, Isles Construction, Norwood and Higgins Concrete.
One quarter to play here tonight at Palmy Arena. The Airs pushed out again in the third quarter. 31-24 third quarter. They lead by 13. Jets need a lot to go right here. Natu Tafale, there's the game MVP at the moment. Foxwell with 60% of the vote, and hands down is the best player that we've seen in the opening three quarters. He has been dynamite. Williams misses the opening shot. Ayres come up with it. How good has Owen Foxwell been tonight?
He's been great. It's great to see these players from the NZNBL come over here and show us their wares. You know, he has been, you know, the best player on the floor.
No doubt. 31 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 5 of 6 from deep. Fletcher with power. And this Ayres team look like they're keen to make a statement in this last quarter. Webster back on the floor. Just hasn't got his shooting going tonight. Gibson for 3. He has shot well tonight. 22 points in the game for him.
He's starting to heat up. He's starting to heat up. They just need to get some early look, easy looks, and then they're back in this game.
Fletcher out to Davison. Davison on Goins. Up he goes off the glass for 2. Just too strong.
Strong. Just left him on an island and he just caught foot speed. He's a lot quicker than Goins. That's Gibson.
Fletcher, great defense. Gibson on the turnaround answers the challenge. The Airs are #1 in the league for points in the paint. 53 per game. #1 in the league for rebounds as well. So that's just that height factor inside. Davison, Froling, Andrew. There's 2 of them teaming up. They've got that big man presence, but what we've seen tonight, Natu, is they've got a point guard by the name of Owen Foxwell as well. Webster sets up Goins for 3.
Single digits, here we go.
So the Jets all of a sudden
back in this game, they're back in this game.
Turn the engines on. Take your seat. Fasten your seat belts and strap yourself in. Davison nowhere to go. Crafty through to Andrew for 2.
Great.
That pass from Owen Foxwell. There's been a foul here. Points are good for Jack Andrew. Foul is on Eric Williams Jr., who crashed into him afterwards. There you go. Picked up on the replay perfectly by our Sky Sport camera operators.
Foxwell has got his radar on today. Shooting radar, passing radar, just great vision.
Well, coming into the game, he was averaging 14 points. He's got 31 of those, so he smashed that out of the park. He averages 9.6 assists a game. He's got 8 of those now. And you would think, based on what we've seen, he's going to get that as well. Webster, early 3 is sweet. They won't go away. They refuse to lie down, this Jets team. Biggest lead of the game, Ayres by 17.
Here's it to hit 10.
Back to 9. Goins.
Here we go.
In the lane. Oh, tough pass to Webster. Found him. Can't finish. Off hands. It's going to be a Jets ball. Gee, the crowd would have
willing that one to go in.
They would have gone wild.
And that looks good. Great defense from Goins, stepping in the lane. Quick transition into a quick shot. and offensive boards.
Can they get something here? Straight in. Webster! Timeout is. The mercurial one is coming to life right when it counts. Back-to-back threes. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Thank you very much. Corey Webster. And we're at 6. You just can't count them out.
Can't. When that man's on the court, you can't count them out.
Desperately needing a win.
Got a lot of space on their last three-point shot, so Foxwell will be disappointed with himself because he was guarding him. Allowed him too much space, and he just nailed that one. So interesting. Last 7 minutes to go. Down 6. The Jets are down 6, but they're coming.
Benny the Bear working up an appetite at the moment with the crowd. The large Brooklyn might be his go-to in about 15 minutes' time. Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL. Great to have them with us in season 2025, the Chemist Warehouse. I've got to say, I was down at the Giants game last night watching on the Giants and the Fire. Great game, by the way. Fire got up. The crowd was spectacular. Another sellout down there, and boy, do they bring the passion, that Nelson Giants crowd.
Yeah, these provincial towns, they just get in behind their team, and that's what it's about, you know.
Here we go, back underway. Long way to go tonight. Sunday night hoops in the Sal's NBL right here on Sky Sport. Hope you're having fun with us. Jets back to 6. Foxwell, a star tonight all wrapped up. Is that before the shot? No, it's going to be 2. That's on Corey Webster. Just his second foul. There it is, reaching in. Ooh, in and out. Now, been pretty good tonight. Yeah. From the Chemist Warehouse, Owen Foxwell was 6 of 6 before that. Nails the second. The one thing I will say though, Natu, is every time the Jets have come at the Airs have responded. Miller-Jose.
Nice play.
And fouled.
Great pass
and off to the Chemist Warehouse for the bonus.
Miller-Jose.
Let's look at his numbers tonight. Got the start, of course. 6 points,
great
2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal.
Yeah, great duck in from Miller-Jose on that baseline. He gets the layup and one. He's a good ex-Wellington College student from my alma mater.
There you go. Ex-Saint, of course, as well. Played with the Wellington Saints 3 seasons ago. Was it 3 or 4 seasons ago? Couldn't convert the three-point play. Margin at 5. Foxwell slipped over. Turns it over. No, somehow it went through 3 Jets players and Harry Froling picked it up. And he could score. He does. Well, that was very fortuitous there for the Airs. Webster feeling it. Fletcher slapping it.
Trying to snake. Corey was trying to, he got off that, almost snaking his way back into the lane, but there's Fletcher to meet him.
And just after that, just game recognising game, Fletcher and Webster came together and gave each other a pat. Foxwell right there with Corey Webster. Webster backing him down. Up over Jack Andrew. Oh, look who cleans it up. Miles Gibson. How about that? Flop warning, by the way, against the Airs. We're at 5. This stadium has come to life. Foxwell for 3. That one well off. They get it back. Fletcher. Oh, no. We're going to reset here. In fact, the shot wasn't taken in time. That's the call. We couldn't hear that because this crowd is just so loud, but the Foxwell shot.
And he's going about the flop.
Yeah, there's a flop warning on Owen Foxwell, so he's just confirming that.
Yeah.
but it was a shot clock violation against the Airs. Miller Jose is wide open for three here. Over the back, picked up by Foxwell. Smart. Has Davison and Andrew on the run. Ends up with the ladder.
Nice finish from the big man. Foxwell really smart, pushing that ball and finding Andrews on the cut.
Gibson, Foxwell. Oh, Foxwell. Offensive foul. That might be against Miller Jose. It is. So Sam McKinnon on the sidelines thought this was against Foxwell originally. Just watch for Miller Jose. Oh.
Yeah, I think he pushed them into push. Two-hand push. Miller Jose.
We do get the benefit of the replay, I'll say that. So we do get a second look at it. Fletcher. Been really good tonight, Armon Fletcher. I like what he's delivered. And just like that.
A great floater, running floater.
Airs have responded. Miller Jose can't get it to go. And this Airs team want to run Natu.
Yeah. Always gets come back and the Airs come back with it.
Davison, Andrew can't control it underneath. Goins, head of steam, hands it off to Gibson for two, and a foul. Miles Gibson, 28 points. Goins, smart, drew the defenders. There's the flick across the head from Quinton Bailey. And I'll say it again, this Jets team will not lay down.
Yep. Now Dante Russo-Nance re-enters the game. So he's had some good time resting up. They can really make a push, Jets. Gibson makes this. It's a 6-point game.
Got to say, I've been at this venue a couple of times already this season. I was here last week when the Jets lost to the Saints by 1. I sat in this chair commentating a number of games last season for the Jets. And so many times on this floor, the Jets get close. So many times. Competitively, they get close. Close enough isn't good enough if you want to be a playoff team.
Turnover there.
Foul. That'll be against Carlin Davison. Miller Jose had control. They're within 6. Jets want they want an unsportsmanlike foul here. They said there wasn't a play on the ball. There's the steal. Here comes Davison. Oh, he's playing for the ball. Close enough is not good enough. How many times did you feel that last season when you were coaching this team, Natu?
Probably about 18 times.
Is it a true reflection, though, especially here at home, how many times the Jets get close but they don't get up for the win? Is that a fair call?
Yeah, I think it's a fair call. It's just, I can't, comment on this year's team, but, the group that I had last year, we were just young and really, and had challenges with import injuries early and imports coming and going. So
Goins! Webster, excellent to find him. And out of all of that, we're back to 3. So they are close enough. Question is, are they good enough? With 3.5 minutes to play. Miller Jose coming up big. Webster on the run. Needs the cavalry. Webster, Goins, back to back. Oh, Jose!
Miller Jose.
Massive basket from Isaac. Miller Jose on the putback. And we, ladies and gentlemen, have a 1-point ball game. What about this Kiwi kid tonight? Look at this. Looking for it. Miller Jose. He's
just being active. He's not settling. He's in the dunkie. Davison, he's travelled there. That was a travel.
Really well picked up by the Bartercard official. Just moved that foot, didn't he? That pivot foot. And if you can't feel the energy at home, let me tell you, it is high. The Green Army. They went down by a point last week to the Saints. They're within a point of the Airs this week. Do they get a Sunday special? Oh, you bet they do. Kenny Goins. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Sunday night special in the Cells NBL.
Great short roll. Great short roll from Miller-Jose, and then a bounce pass straight for Goins. So well set up for the Jets. Good execution on their offense that time down the floor. And they now have the lead.
Get excited, Natu Tafale. Let's show it again. Different angle.
Short roll. Miller-Jose to Goins, who cut the baseline.
Kenny's come to play. And we're going to time out with 2:49 left.
This crowd's getting up now. The crowd's getting going.
Well, forget about close enough. They've now got their noses in front. Listen to this crowd at Fly Palmy Arena. Into the Sandman is blaring into the Jets as they step back out with 2:49 to go. Can they get the win tonight? Can they take down the Airs for the second time this season? Can they get back to 500? They're up by 1. They've won this last quarter 28-14. What a response. Kenny Goins, the hero. Foxwell around Dante Russo-Nance. That's a clumsy foul. And I'll tell you what happened then. Jack Andrew came up to set the screen. Russo-Nance looked over his shoulder. Just watch him look over his shoulder right there. And Owen Foxwell just said, I'm going to catch a napping here.
Yeah, absolutely. As a guard, you want to shorten that gap and make him use the on-ball screen. Don't let him reject it. And that's pretty much what Foxwell did.
Speaking of heroes tonight, Foxwell, 33 points. Ayres back out by 2. Goins wanted the heat check, sends it back to Corey Webster. Oh, here's the man. Cometh the moment, cometh the man. Just over 2 minutes to play. Both teams at full strength right now. Foxwell wrapped up by Webster. Fletcher, corner 3, looks off. It is off. Russo-Nance has Webster to his left. Here he is, the 36-year-old star. Still doing it time after time.
Unfortunate there, trying to snake dribble back to the middle. It's a little bit heavy on his shot, that one.
1.5 to play. Davison!
Oh.
Yes!
That was a miraculous shot.
Carlin Davison puts the Airs out by 1.
Put a bit of spin on the backboard there.
These two teams know what's at stake right here. Oh, don't tell me again.
Great pick and pop.
Kenny, Kenny, Kenny! Oh, my. Just go to that man. He cannot miss. Jets by 2. 60 seconds to play. BNZ player timeouts alive for both teams. Foxwell, step back, no. Loose ball, ends up with Russo-Nance. Here we go. On your feet, Green Army. Look out for Goins. Look out for Webster. Shot clock at 10. Russo-Nance counting it down.
Back to Goins.
Kenny Goins sends it to Miles Gibson. Timeout Airs.
Great patience.
Just listen to this crowd. TJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Good decision. Good finish.
Goins. I was thinking Goins was going to take that three, but he shot fake, drove, got Gibson there. Great finish.
Kenny Goins, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 triples. I'd love to bring up the mixandpick.com MVP. Well, Foxwell still leads, and he's had a big night. But I'll tell you who's not on that list. Kenny Goins. MVP moments throughout this last quarter for Kenny Goins have been outstanding. Well, you called it from the start. You said the Jets, Natu.
Well, they're not home yet, but I felt like, you know, having lost that one to the Rams a couple of days ago, they'll reset when they get back. And with these fans, you know, Corey Webster, Dante Richard-Nance, Gibson, Goins, you know.
36-point last quarter by the Jets, 36-19. Airs are going to advance out of that timeout. 29 seconds to play. BNZ player timeouts alive for both teams. Airs need something here. Davison to bring it in. Froling fakes the handoff, lines up for three, front of the iron. Gibson up with it. Time on their side. Froling leans in and fouls. This crowd is pumped. It's alive in Palmy tonight. Does anything stay open in Palmy past 7 o'clock on a Sunday night? Anything?
No. Well, yes. But after 9 o'clock, no.
That was the last foul the Airs had to give, by the way. Froling fouled straight away. So that'll put Miller Jose to the Chemist Warehouse. He's 0 of 1 from that spot tonight. Miller Jose, his impact. He's 4 rebounds, all offensive.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been revelation for the Jets tonight. He's, you know, warrants a starting position.
Yeah, got the start tonight.
You know, picking up loose balls.
Oh, these are big shots.
Making extra good passes.
This is the first.
The Airs aren't done yet.
Big shot. Miller Jose. Can't finish it. Gets it back. That is offensive rebound number 5. And Foxwell fouls Russo-Nance. He'll put him to the Chemist Warehouse. How about this kid, Isaac Miller Jose? Missed both shots. Gets offensive rebound number 5.
I mean, as a coach, you'll be pulling your hair out about that. That's just real poor from the Airs, sloppy, whatever you call it.
Look at
they
this.
Just fell asleep.
Oh, Jack Andrew just missed it. Just completely missed it. And now Dante Russo-Nance, 76% from the stripe this season. He can't hit the first. Everyone's freezing up. 4 of 6 tonight. Gee, they've had chances. Look at Tony Webster. That goes down. Margin at 5. BNZ player timeout used. So the Airs will come together with 15 seconds to go. They've got to sort something out. As they do that, you can scan that QR code with thanks to BNZ. Ticket to the big game. Your chance to come along and see games just like this. Be inspired by BNZ with the BNZ ticket to the big game. You'll love it. Here we go. Airs didn't need long to chat. They just needed to advance the ball. Foxwell, time's not on their side. They've got to come up with something with their hand there. No, Kenny Goins comes up with it. The star slams it down. Jets are going to win. One for the ages. That'll count. And right on the buzzer. And there it is.
It's a great win for the Jets.
They celebrate Kenny Goins. His last quarter was something remarkable, something special. And this crowd is on their feet. Look at this. Massive 10 minutes for Kenny Goins, and what a way for him to finish. The Jets get home by 5. 39-21 last quarter. And that is a win for the ages. That is one of the best I've seen from the Green Machine in my time here in the Sal's NBL. Owen Foxwell is your game MVP. Thoroughly deserved as well. He had a blinder. But I've got to tell you, Kenny Goins came for him late, didn't he? 19 points. In fact, it might be 21 in the end. No, it will be 19. 10 rebounds, 7 assists for Kenny Goins tonight. Foxwell finished with 35 and 8 assists. And more importantly, Natu Tofale, this team with that win go to 4-on-4, 4-and-4, I should say. And they even out the season after 2 losses on end to the Saints and the Rams. They have responded tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got quality. They've got a quality guard lineup, and they've been playing beneath. I think they've been playing beneath themselves. They're gonna hurt some teams. You know, they're gonna. So some teams are gonna come into games and feel like, you know, oh, the Jets are gonna be a pushover. They're not. This group of guys. There's some talent in this team. So you know, they could make the top 6.
Well, I said during that last quarter that time and time again they were close enough, especially on this floor, and close enough tonight was not good enough. And they stood up and they delivered. They delivered with an outstanding last quarter. They got so much right. Defensively, they picked up hands in lanes, deflections, steals, knock-ons. Their passing, their decision-making. You think about the way they finished the first half with those 3 clumsy turnovers. What they didn't do in that last quarter is they didn't turn the thing over. They looked after it, didn't they? Yeah,
they took care of the ball. And it is, you know, in all the games we've seen them play, they've started off really slowly, and it's almost like they've been asleep, and then all of a sudden they wake up and they play they play great basketball, you know, and they've got some players in that team. They've got some high-level players, and it's going to be interesting to see where they go this Friday.
Well, they've had 2 big wins here tonight. Rapid League, they got home 46-30, and just a remarkable win for the Jets in the Sal's NBL. They were down by as much as 17 in this game tonight, and they have got up by 5. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. The fans are waiting to meet the players straight away. A big part of the Sal's NBL. The fans can come down and meet the players straight after the game, and have a look at them. They're ready to go. They want to speak to the stars. They want some photos. They want some autographs. They're a very, very happy bunch. The property brokers, Manawatu Jets, have come up with a beauty. Let's have a look at the stats. There's a lot of stories here, Natu Tofale. Miles Gibson has ended with 31. We've brushed over that.
Gibson with 31. Yeah, he started to come alive in that second half, getting good looks. Foxwell, well, you know, he had a phenomenal game for the Airs, 37 points, Froling with 18. Russo Nance with 22, Webster with 21. You know, he started coming alive at the second half.
I cannot emphasise enough how important that Goins 19 is.
Absolutely. You know, he sort of gets this team going, isn't he? He's that instant. You know, he gets things fired up for this group.
Have a look at the rebounds here, and he didn't take the most rebounds, but I'm going to go down to Isaac Miller-Jose, all offensive rebounds, those 6.
Yep. And when you're getting offensive rebounds, you're getting second possessions, second looks for your team, and some of those were vital, and led to scores.
Well, they were putbacks as well, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kenny Goins, I should say, with a double-double with his 10 rebounds. That's the influence of him tonight. Let's have a look at the assists with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. 7 for Webster, 7 for Goins. So there's his all-round game. Foxwell had 8. Davison had 7 as we continue to work our way through. Big Jack Andrew had 3 blocks. Dare I say it? I mean, I keep talking wax lyrical about Kenny Goins, but his game was just special. And the steals. Gibson, Williams Jr., Fletcher and Foxwell with 3 each. They won't move up into the top 6 with that win, but they definitely stay in touch. There's Isaac Miller-Jose. Got the start here tonight. And gee, came up big, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did a lot of good things. He was, you know, he was everywhere, you know, getting offensive rebounds, scoring, getting hands. He's had 3 steals as well. So, you know, he had a good performance tonight. And, you know, his starting tonight was warranted, yeah.
Next 3 for the Jets, all at home. The Jets, their next 3, the Hawks, the Fi and the Panthers. So they'll go in with some confidence. Let's have a look at the games coming up to start week 6. Amped April, of course, in the Sal's NBL. Panthers take on the Hawks. We've got 1 day rest before we're back at it here on Sky Sport. So enjoy your Monday, because the Sal's NBL action is less than 48 hours away. Panthers and Hawks coming your way. That is from the Stockyard, Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre in Pukekohe. Wednesday night action, we head down to Dunedin, the Nuggets and the Bulls. Thursday night, the Fi and the Sharks. The Fi in some form right now. Sharks, they desperately need a win. And we're back here next Friday night. If you reckon the Hawks may have just been maybe just penciling in a win in that column when they take on the Jets, that'll be out the window right now based on what we've seen tonight. That's going to be a tough game.
And that's another Central Region derby. So, yeah, that's going to be a great game here next Friday. Yeah.
Jets players signing autographs. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight. Your former team, Natu, but I can tell right now you're pretty proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I said they'll win at the beginning. They did a great job. You know, second half they came alive. You know, Webster came alive. Goins came alive. Gibson and Miller-Jose. And the wheels fell off really quickly for the Ears in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it did. That last quarter, by the way, just to update you, 39-21. 39-21 in favour of the Jets. 31 points tonight for Miles Gibson. Kenny Goins absolutely starred down the stretch. And the Jets get home by 5. What a thriller to end week 5 in the Sal's NBL. Hope you enjoyed it. On behalf of the entire team at Sky Sport, Natu Tafale beside me, this is Justin Nelson wishing you all the best. We'll see you for more Sal's NBL on Tuesday night. Bye-bye for now.